Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist here. It is Monday, it's the beginning of another beautiful week, and it's going to be a bit of a weird one. Number one, I want to do two decks this week, and then, I'll probably do Monday, Friday. I'm going to do a deck today, obviously. I want to do a deck on Friday, and Wednesday, I want to do something a little bit different. I want to discuss some cards I think that are going to be in the next box. The midterm of destruction, because again, that's going to be pretty cool. And I want you guys to know that I'm going to be getting into the Edison format here soon. So I'd like to start sharing some Edison format builds, not just like what is like the top stuff, Monarchs, stuff like that. I want to get into like the what if stuff. What if we had used our 2024 brains back in 2010 and we had gotten to just truly know what we could have gotten out of those cards and their effects. So I want to do that too. So I got some weird stuff planned. It's going to be really cool. Today's deck, as you guys saw from the title, is going to be a Skull Knight deck. This has been requested, and this was requested ages ago. And like, before we get into the why I haven't done it yet, let's just tell you, okay? I wanted to scour the formats to decide where this guy isn't going to just be like, oh, well, they asked him to make a deck with Skull Knight. It's not very good. The last time the same duelist challenged me was for Garnicia Elephantis. And with some tech cards, it was actually really easy to add Garnicia Elephantis into the advanced format. Skull Knight a little less so. So as I eliminated different formats, it didn't work out for Goat, didn't work out for Edison, didn't work out for Reaper. Does not work out in the modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Even in Common Charity, there's way better things, more efficient things to play. I think Speed Duel is where Skull Knight isn't going to be looked at as though it's like just a joke deck. So with that in mind, this is today's build. And again, to the viewer, I'm sorry that it took so long. I take challenges like this very seriously, and I want to do it once, and I want you guys to enjoy it. And I want it to be relevant for a little while. So that said, let's get the deck. First thing we're going to need is a skill card. You guys saw it's Palamonization. So once per duel, during your own turn, you may reveal a normal monster card in your hand. This turn, that one monster may substitute for any one material. If you do that, then the other materials must be correct. So the effect of Goddess of the Third Eye or Versaga the Destroyer, or a couple of other cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! That just happen to not be in Speed Duel right now, they will get that effect transferred to any no effect normal monster, which is going to be important because that's actually how we're going to bring this deck to life. So first things first, monsters, right? I guess that's second thing. First things first, deck count, 21 in the main. That's semi-important, I guess. First thing we're going to do is we're going to utilize 3 copies of Ancient Brain. I decided between 2 forms of this deck. One was to play Tech Dark, which this kind of worked out to be anyway. And then the way that it did work out is Tech Normal. This said, if I start the game with 2 copies of Ancient Brain, we can Palo mine into one of them being a fusion substitute, and boom, Skull Knight, as long as you have a polymerization. And then he's going to need some bodyguards, right? This guy's only got 1,000 attack points, but that doesn't matter because we're going to keep him around. We got him some bodyguards. So we went ahead and tripled up on not only the Arcfiend Soldier, but also the Vorse Raider. This way we have 6 options at 1,900 value. It was just simple. It was very, very easy for me to want to play these. Just good stuff. Moving into the spells, we knock out our 3 ofs real quick. We use our tech build of 2 books, 1 Cosmic Cyclone, and we keep it going into the Night Beam. All it is these shut down a lot of things. They help us pick and choose our fights. Cosmic and Night Beam, great tag team for going after the back row. It's split up. One's quick play, one's not. One means it can't be responded. The target cannot respond. One can target anything that's face up or face down. This one goes only after face down. It's a good mix of effects. Next, because we need the fusion ability, we are going to have to run 3 copies of polymerization. There was no way around this. The only other way to do this is we start playing things like Tainted Wisdom in the build, and instead of Palaminization, we end up running Fusion Party, and then it becomes a whole different build. And if you guys want that, I could build that one next week because I pretty much have this week already figured out. But the 3 polymerizations are going to be your catalyst, and they make for good bluffs afterward because we only have the means to fuse once. Next up, we're going to use 2 copies of Shrink. Again, this is pretty self-explanatory. It just does great things. And then last but not least, 3 copies of Justy Break. Now, if you wanted to, you could take any one of these cards down to take any one card out of this deck and bring this down to a 20-card build. That is up to you, the player. My option would probably be taking out one of the Justy Breaks, just because I kind of want to guarantee the polymerization, if we're being 100% honest. But this is the main deck. And again, a lot of cool interaction here. Polymerization plus any 2 the normal monsters, as long as one is Ancient Brain, equals Skull Knight. Then a lot of it is, we can destroy everything as long as we have normal monsters in attack mode. So Ancient Brain being at only 1,000 doesn't actually handicap us. Vorse Raider and Arcfiend get over a lot of things. They get over them while they're in defense. They get over them while those monsters are in attack at half stats. There's a lot to love about the main deck, and it's just a really good tech. It's a normal tech build. And again, if you wanted to play any additional cards, you could always add copies of Allure of Darkness on top of this. But then you're going to kind of throw off the speed of the deck, even though you're going to have a draw 2. You may end up having to get rid of the monster out of your hand, at which point you're not going to be able to polymerize. So there's a little give and take there. You guys do what you want to do. This is definitely just a guidelines. But this is the main. So if you guys don't mind, either pause the video and take some notes, or just real quick screen cap or screenshot, and I'll be right back in a couple of seconds with the rest of the deck. All right, so let's start with the side, because of course the side always plays into the fusions. Real quick, we are going to be running 2 copies Dahlgren. Again, we've got the Shrinks, we've got the books. We get a lot of cool stuff. Dahlgren is a quick kaiju. Again, we can just take something out that would be something that's insurmountable off of the opponent's side of the field. And then we can just punch it really, really hard in the face. Additionally, we also have the Justy Breaks, and that just being an effect monster. It's not really going to bother us too much if we put these on the opponent's side of the field. Plus, if you manage to draw the double, you could play one, then get one for yourself. Because it's not 1 kaiju per field, it's 1 kaiju per side of the field. So as long as I play one to your side, I can play the same name to my side. Next up, we're going to dip into the one-ofs. We're going to grab a Floodgate Trap Hole. Again, sometimes sustainability just needs to be there. 1 copy Mind Crush. Again, if you're able to pick out what's happening in your locals, your local meta, your area meta, this is a great card. If not, if you can't, and you took out a Justy Break from the main build, you may put a Justy Break here. Could be whatever you need it to be. And then 2 copies Waking the Dragon. And again, Waking the Dragon's kind of crazy, guys, because not only can we play any one of the fusion monsters I normally play, this works for our Skull Knight right off the rip. So the way this works, again, if this set card in the owner's control has left the field because of an opponent's card effect and is now in the graveyard or banished, so Night Beam, Cosmic Cyclone, Breaker, Chiron, insert card effect here. You can special summon a monster from the deck or the extra deck, which means we can bypass all need for the polymerization and everything. We play the rest of the deck as a normal tech, and we can go straight to Skull Knight. Skull Knight will be able to put a beat on cards like Blue Eyes Ultimate if you shrink them, because you got to remember that 45 is 2250, and he's going to beat it by 400. Speaking of Blue Eyes Ultimate, might as well pack one. Same thing with a Cyber End Dragon, biggest monster with piercing. Dragoon's going to do some really wicked stuff with his ability, surgical destruction plus possible damage. Oja King, possible lockdown of the opponent's field, making it much easier to stall out to get to your fusion. And then, of course, TIs. TIs are strict, always a good option. And again, to the Duelist that requested this, because it looked like you changed your channel name or maybe something. I'm not exactly 100%. The handle looked different on in the comment section. Um, I do hope it was worth the wait. I do hope that you enjoy this. It was a pleasure building it for you. But I was excited. I thought maybe I could pull it off in multiple formats. And I just wanted to do this right. And I wanted to get the same sort of like energetic pop from you in the comments about how this was a cool way to play one of your favorite cards. So again, hopefully everybody enjoys this. If you guys did, consider supporting the channel. It's very easy. Like, comment, sub. You guys, most of you are already doing that. The goal is to get to 3,000 before summer. We're at 29 and some change right now, so that's cool. I can't do it without you guys, honestly. And outside of that, just go out and enjoy your day. Go out and enjoy your day. Take some time. Do something for some mental health. Wednesday, I want to talk about the new midterm set a little bit. I want to talk about some cards I hope to see in there. Basically, I want to play the game. Does this Arcana or Arcana card go in it? And then Friday, we've got a deck coming up. We're going to have another Speed Duel Spotlight come Sunday. And then, like I said, I kind of want to get into some medicine format stuff because, again, I'm a casual duelist and it's a casual, fun play. And I'm still looking, while we're talking about other formats, I'm still looking at domain format and building a build. But right now, it's just kind of everything's happening at once in life. And I'm just trying to just keep going. So for right now, guys, you all have a great day. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.